Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is share with y'all how to use my Courier Service business plan template. So in this video, what y'all are going to find is first and foremost, how-to instructions on how to purchase, download, and use my Courier Service business plan template, which includes a Word document, also an Excel file with a basic financial model. So once you go ahead and follow these instructions, you'll be able to purchase the template, you'll be able to download it, you'll be able to make some adjustments in the Word document, you'll be able to make some adjustments in the financial template, and then hopefully by the end, once you're done, if you just make the minimal adjustments to the Courier Service business plan template, you should have a workable, usable Courier Service business plan template ready to go within 30 minutes. So my objective for this video is to show y'all how to use my Courier Service template so it will be effective and efficient and usable in 30 minutes. Of course, you can go ahead and make additional changes, add more content. It's going to take a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but by golly, the more information you add, for the most part, the better, more complete of a business plan you're going to have. So keep that in mind. Wanted to set y'all's expectations, and from this point, let's go ahead and mosey through this little PowerPoint presentation that I have prepared. All right, so next is the purpose of the video. Like I said, the purpose of the video is to show individuals who purchase my Courier Service business plan template how to use it, how to open up the Word document, how to make changes to the Word document, and how to make changes to the financial projections, which are in the Excel file, and then how to copy and paste that information from the Excel file into the Word document so you'll have a complete business plan. And finally, as I said just a few seconds ago, the objective here is to have a Courier Service business plan template that is ready to use within 30 minutes. And now I'm not saying you're going to be able to take this template and customize it 30 minutes and get a $1 billion loan, or even half a $1 billion loan. It's probably not going to happen. But based on my research, this template, once updated, it should be good for some landlords. It should be good for business loans, and it should be able to. It should be sufficient to share with friends and family to let them know what your Courier Service business is going to look like, how it's going to operate, number of employees, and how much money you think you expect to make in the first month, first 12 months, and even the first 5 years. Now, what's included in the business plan purchase is the business plan template purchase is a customizable Word document. You're going to be able to make changes to the Word document, add, subtract, multiply, and divide all the information you like. You're also going to get a basic financial model that's already completed. You just have to go in there and change some numbers to customize to make it your own. And then finally, this how-to video, which you're watching right now, how to use that darn template. All right, so next is going to be a little bit about me. So let me introduce me and tell you about me. And it's going to take just a few seconds. I'm pretty boring. So I'll just give you some information about me. And then the rest of the time is going to be all about you and your Courier Service business plan needs. First and foremost, I am a professional business writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if you get the template and you find it a little too challenging or daunting, not something you're going to have time to tackle, or not something that you're going to want to tackle, or you need more content that's included in the template, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be absolutely delighted, ecstatic, just beside myself, ready to help you write your own business plan for a Courier Service. To get me, just give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, and just let me know you need some help. Be delighted to assist. Next, I am a published author on Amazon. I've written many ebooks, many published books, paperback books on business plan writing, and in those business plan books that I've done on a multitude of industries, I've also had some templates in there. So I do have some background in writing and publishing books, business plans, and templates. And finally, I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for business and finance. So I do have some academic achievements under my belt that I would be delighted to share with you as well. All right, enough about me. Let's go ahead and talk about your Courier Service, a business plan template. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is show you how to use the template, how to use the Excel Word file, how to use the Excel file, Once I'm done with that, I will then show you how to go to my website, download it, or buy it, download it, open it, and you'll be off to the races for the writing or the editing of the template. All right, so when you purchase the Courier Service Business Plan template, you open up the document. It's going to look something like this. Actually, it's going to look exactly like this. It's going to say Courier Service right here. It's going to be in the yellow, and it's going to say Business Plan. You can go ahead and just change. You can add your name into the front of this and just call it a day. Just get rid of the yellow. The way they get rid of the yellow is you're going to highlight it. You're going to go up here. You can click on that little down arrow by that little pencil, and you're going to click on No Color. That get rid of the highlight. All right, if you want, and what I suggest is to get rid of this and add your logo. So put a logo right here, and the logo should have your name, hopefully. But just put the logo right here, and that'll be your title page. Next is going to be the table of contents. If you just change the areas that are in yellow and just do some basic modifications, like I said, it should take about 30 minutes to do that for you to have a complete business plan, to the sense that you're done with it at this point in time. Business plans are never complete because the businesses are always growing, expanding, changing, and having all kinds of wonderful things done that needs documentation, which is the business plan's purpose. But anyways, for this right here, if you add content, significant content, you're going to want to go ahead and update the table of contents for your Courier Service Business Plan template. The way to do it, you're going to click on the table of contents. And then what's going to happen is this neat little tab is going to pop right up for you. You're going to click on the Update tab. Once you do that, you've got another box that's going to pop up asking you for directions. You're going to click on Update Entire tab. Click on OK. And then all your page numbers are going to update. And if you've changed any of these titles, that's going to update as well. Next is going to be the executive summary. The executive summary is exactly what it means by summary. It is a summary of the business plan. And for the summary of a business plan, when you're doing a summary, you want to tell them the highlights, the high points. You don't want to tell them everything, because that's what the purpose of the business plan. You just want to share the pertinent, important, very important information in the executive summary. That important information is going to be a summary of your business, target market, financial highlights, and how much money you need to get the party started. So that is exactly what happens right here, is the executive summary. For this section right here, the customer summary, you just go through and you fill in the information here. Company name, put your company name. If you're a limited liability company, you're set, ready to go. If it's a corporation, change it to corporation. Partnership, change it to partnership. If it's going to be a sole proprietor, change it to sole proprietor, and so on. This right here, if you know the address, put the address right here, and city and state. If you don't know the address, just get rid of the state and just locate it and just change it to in, city and state, and you're ready to go. Let's see here. All right, and next is going to be the business owner. You are the business owner, hopefully. If not, whoever the business owner is, or business owners, make sure to put that right here. Services, go ahead and include to the Courier Services. A wonderful thing about Courier Services is that many moons ago, when I first entered the marketplace, Courier Services, they delivered packages. That's pretty much all they did. They delivered documents, they delivered packages. They delivered, papers from one attorney to the next, or they transferred, some material from a lab into the doctor's office, or they transferred medical records. That's not the case anymore. A courier service, they do so much more than that. Some courier services are going to go grocery shopping for you. Some courier services are still going to deliver papers for you. Other courier services are going to pick people up, take them where they need to go, and then pick them up and take them back home. There is just a multitude of services that falls under the scope of courier services anymore. Because of that, feel free to add those types of services that you're going to specialize in. Don't go bananas and add 50,000 items right here. Keep it limited to 3 or 4. Next is going to be hours of operations. Whatever your hours are going to be, just go ahead and put that there. For the target market, I put 100 square miles based from the home address right here. If you're going to be doing just 10 miles, change it to 10. If it's going to be 60 miles, the area from which you're going to be servicing, then change it to 60. Financial highlights, I have put together some financial projections. I'll be covering those in just a little bit, and also you do have the Excel file as well. The financial projections are just based on typical packages delivered. It's based on typical employees, based on typical salaries for a manager based on typical cost. You feel free to change, feel free to keep the typical information that I put in there, or update that information in the Excel file yourself. I will show you how to do that in just a little bit. But once you change anything in that Excel file, make sure to highlight what your revenues have changed to, what your expenses have changed to, and what your net profits have changed to. And make sure you update it here. And then for rounding up the executive summary is going to be the funding request. How much money do you need to start the business? Every business that's ever been started, that'll ever be started, it's always started with a little bit of money out of somebody's pocket or somebody else's pocket when you're borrowing that money. So whatever the funding needs is going to be for your organization, make sure you specifically state it right here. This could be $100,000, put $100,000. In this particular example, I put $180,000. Also the term, I'm saying that there's going to be debt 8 to 10 years. If it's 15 to 20 years, change it right there. 20 to 30 years, change it right there as well. Interest rate, I'm saying it's going to be between 4 and 8%. If it's going to be between 6 and 9%, then again, change it right here. Next section is going to be your company description. Here, you're going to go ahead and discuss what your company is going to look like. What your company is going to look like. Yes, this section right here is identical to this right here. So just that is typical when you're writing a business plan. You are going to have duplicate information. So if you change any information here, make sure you change the information here. But this right here, just again, same game. Go ahead and update that information. Next is going to be a competitive advantage. What are you going to do better than everybody else? I put some general information in here. If you're going to have some other niches or some other competitive advantages, you can go ahead and tack on and build this out, or you can get rid of it and put your own information. But now you've got a container from which to put the information to, and you've got some examples here to help you word and document your competitive advantages. Next is going to be your services. What are you going to do? Yes, you're a courier service, but what does that mean? It means so many different things to so many different people that you've got to actually define it nowadays. So the courier service right here, I've gone ahead and documented it here. I've also gone ahead and put in a transportation service that you're going to be giving people rides. If you're not going to be doing that, then simply just highlight it, backspace it, and it's gone. If you're going to have other services, you can put it right here. And if you're going to have 4 or 5 other services, then you can just go ahead and add that information right here as well. So you can go ahead and use this bulleted point list and provide as many different services as you're going to offer. Again, primary target market, what is going to be your geographic area that you're going to be servicing? If it's 100 square miles, put 100. If it's 10 square miles, put 10. If it's 3 blocks, put 3 blocks. Next is going to be your pricing strategy. Feel free to read through it and knock yourself out. Hours of operation. When is your company going to be open? Just make sure you change these hours to what it sees fit. Location. Some courier services, they're working out of the house. And if that's the case, just get rid of all this. Get rid of all this and say that it's going to be a home office location in Orlando, Florida, or wherever city and state it's going to be. If it's not, if you're going to actually have a facility, because a lot of companies, even though they're courier services, they're going to also do some storage and some packaging as well. If that's the case, make sure you document it in your service location and also the services provided. This particular example, I'm saying that the service location size can be 2,500 square feet. Approximately 3/4 of the square footage will be for storage, receiving, and packaging. If that's not the case, delete it. If that is the case, sweet scrumlilliumptious, leave it the way it is. All right, next is going to be objectives. So this is just some base objectives of how a startup company usually operates. You're going to get the funding, you're going to identify the location, you're going to do the bill, you're going to hire employees, you're going to open for business. That's months 1 to 3. 3 to 6, you're going to do your advertising, you're going to expand it on your marketing, and you're going to start evaluating your business models to make sure that they're optimal. Month 6 to 12, optimize everything. So this is just a great, nice little business objectives and timeline to keep you focused and to get your thoughts and ideas of what you want to accomplish and when. Feel free to, again, add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Put this information, get rid of it, however you see fit. Industry analysis, I'd leave this alone if I were you. I've already done some research into the courier service industry in the US. I've documented right here where I got the information from. And so this information is up to date. I'm not saying this is exactly accurate. Who knows how many courier services are out there and what the totality of their revenues have been. Not possible to know, but estimates from a third-party reliable source have been researched and documented. So you should be good to go with this industry analysis section. If you do feel the need to add more information, make sure to source it. That way it's not you saying this information, it's somebody else that gives it a little bit more credibility. But again, if you want to keep it simple, just leave it the way it is. It's ready to roll. Next is going to be your SWOT analysis. Your SWOT analysis, all that means is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So I've put some generic strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats already in here. If you want to embellish, add, or get rid of, just click on the document here. Click on this pretty little arrow. And then it's going to give you the different places that you can make the changes to. Or you can delete information if you don't want it and it's gone. So that's how to make the changes to this visual graphic. Next is going to be the organizational structure. When you're looking for a loan, or if you want to try to get, bring in a partner, or even if you just want to share your idea, what you want to do is you want to be able to convey that you have a working knowledge of how the business is going to look. Specifically, what are the positions that are going to be included in the business? So first, I dive into this organizational structure by first identifying the legal structure, whether it be limited liability corporation, if it's going to be a corporation, or if it's going to be a partnership, limited partnership, sole proprietor, whatever it's going to be, put that information here. And then I've identified that we're going to have a CEO, a manager, drivers, and a dispatcher. So these are the general jobs and the responsibilities for each position. If you're going to have more or less, feel free to make the changes. Organizational chart should reflect, for the most part, your job responsibilities. An organizational chart, again, we have CEO, manager, dispatcher, drivers, and receivers and packagers. If you want to make some changes here, again, you're going to click on the chart, click on the arrow, and then you can go ahead, and if you're not going to have receivers and packagers, just get rid of it. And there you go. You now have an updated organizational chart. Next is going to be the marketing. For a courier service, typical marketing strategies are going to be traditional marketing, internet marketing, and social media marketing. I've went ahead and just wrote up a little bit of information on each one of them. This gives you a great foundation to add more of your thoughts and ideas to each one of the segments. But from this structure right here, this is going to show the reader that you've thought of all the different ways you can possibly advertise in categories, and that you're going to have strategies to exploit each one of them, whichever ones you see fit. Next is going to be the funding request. How much money do you need to start this game? And whatever that dollar amount is, make sure to put it right here. Identify the term right here. It's a loan. If it's going to be a loan, it's going to be 8 to 10 years, 10 to 12, 15 to 20, and then expected interest rates right here. Next is going to be the financial projections. Like I said, the financial projections are based on just a brief research and some brief numbers from what I found from my experiences. For the revenues, for the cost, and so on. You can feel free, if you're comfortable with these numbers, to run with these numbers. No need to make these changes to the profit and loss statement. However, if you want to go ahead and customize the financial projections, you would then open up the Excel file. When you open up the Excel file, you're going to have an information page, profit and loss page, income statement page, and a projection page. No need to use anything in for the projection page. If you want to pull some of these charts and graphs out, fantastic, do it. But no changes are needed for that page. You don't change any information on this page. No changes for information on this page. All of your changes for this document will happen here, specifically in this dark blue. Anywhere you see the dark blue, you can make changes. Once you make any changes in any of this dark blue, so if we take one manager and we make it 2 managers, what happens is all of the profit and loss statements are updated, the income statement is updated, and we now need to take this information, copy and paste it into the Word document. So let me go ahead and briefly explain how to use this. First is going to be revenues. How are you going to make money? For this particular situation, I've estimated that we are going to be doing deliveries. Specifically, we're going to be running about 20 deliveries a day, and each delivery is going to cost us about 25% of revenues. This is your variable cost. So when we're doing our delivery, we're going to be eating up some gas. We're going to be spending some money on some gas, and we're going to be doing a little bit of wear and tear on our trucks. So I've estimated that the variable cost is going to be about 25%. I've also estimated that since we have 3 drivers, we're going to be able to do 20 deliveries a day starting off. Average price for delivery is about $85, I'm estimating. Based on this information, that's where all the profits and all the income statements coming in. Feel free to change this. If you think your average price could be $90, change it to $90, and then all of the information here is updated. All the financial models are updated once you change this dark blue. Same thing right here. Salary is what the owner is going to make. You can change this to $2,500. You can change it to $1,500. Whatever you want to pay yourself, change it there. Next is going to be your employees. How many managers are you going to have? How many drivers are you going to have? You're going to put that right here. Then the average rate of pay, put right here. Also, make sure you include your taxes. If you're going to pay somebody $14 an hour, maybe put $16 an hour to compensate for taxes and everything else. Once you do that, this 172 right here represents 40-hour work week. If you're going to work them 20 hours, then what you'll do is you'll take that 172, divide it by 2, and then you change this to 86. That will represent part-time workers. Next is your startup costs. This helps you get your thoughts and ideas about what your startup cost is going to be. Equity investment, I'm saying you're dropping $30,000 to start on this. If you're only dropping $5,000, then change your equity investment to 5. Loan amount, this is how much money you need to get the party started. You need to borrow, whatever that is, change it right here. And then initial build out, that is how much money are you going to drop to build out your office space. If you're going to be doing some storage and stuff, then you're going to have to build it out, and that's your cost there. Your working capital is how much money you need to keep the lights on. So once, day one, you open up your doors, you don't want $0 in your checking account. You need some money in your checking account just to get yourself through and start getting revenues coming in. This estimate right here is working capital is $25,000. The next section right here is your equipment. I'm saying that we're going to need 3 trucks at $25,000 each, which is a total of $75,000. And then miscellaneous equipment, $7,500. Feel free to add some equipment right here in this dark blue. This section right here, I got some furniture. Section down here, we've got some inventory, supplies, and advertising. I've got some cost here for you. And then office equipment software with some cost here. License, miscellaneous, this information's right here. And then it totals all up to $180,000. The next section is going to be the monthly fixed cost. I've got the rent, utilities, insurance, advertising, and other. Feel free to change these numbers here. When you do that, it will update your monthly cost. So it'll say accounting and legal will be $190. That information here is going to change here. Your chart here is going to change, and then the financial projections are going to change. All right, down here is going to be the loan information. If your interest rate is going to be 6%, put 6% here. If your term is going to be 20 years, put 20 there. Whatever your information is, only change these 2 here. This loan amount comes from up here. So whatever you plug in right here for the loan, it's going to automatically populate right here, and it's going to calculate your payment right here, and then pull all the information into your profit and loss statements. Once you are done making your changes here, you will then have to copy and paste each one of these financial projections, pro forma quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. You're going to have to copy it, go over to your Word document, highlight this information right here, get rid of it, and then Control V it, and now we have our new pro forma income statement, profit and loss for the first quarter. You would then do those changes for quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and for the income statement, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the income statement tab, highlight the income statement, Control C it, move over to your Word document, highlight this pro forma income statement, hit backspace, it's gone, Control V it. We now have our new pro forma income statement. Once we make those changes to the Excel document, we then copy and paste them into the Word document, and bam, we now have an updated business plan for a courier service. All right, so hopefully that little tutorial was helpful. If y'all do want to go ahead and buy my little concoction that I've made up for y'all, it's simply just go to my website, qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates. And once you are there, you're going to scroll on down to where it says Courier Service Business Plan Templates, tells you what's included in it. And you're going to click here to buy now, and it's going to then take you over to this website. And it says it's Quality Business Plan Consultant. This is where I've got my my store where you can download the templates at. It's going to bring you to this link right here, qualitybusinessconsultant.com/product/downloadable Courier Service Business Plan Template. And you're going to add it to the cart, purchase it. Once you buy it, the next screen is going to go ahead, it's going to immediately populate, and you're going to then download the template. You'll also get an email, and it's going to be in the email. You're going to see something like downloads and order details. Under download, you're going to go to where it says download. So it says downloads, product, download remains, expires, and then download. This right here is the link that you're going to click on, and you will, once you click on it, it will download this Excel zip file. We know it's a zip file, it's going to got a little zipper on it. Once you have that little zip file saved, you're going to double click on that zipper, and the zipper is going to be gone. You're going to double click on that file again, and you are going to hit the jackpot. You're going to have, this says restaurant business plan, but it's actually going to be the courier service business plan. But you'll have the courier service business plan, and you also have the Excel file as well. All right, hopefully this information was helpful, and please feel free to visit my website, download the purchase the template, and have fun with it. Please keep in mind, if you do purchase the template, it does not come with phone support. So please don't, you're having some trouble with it. It's not something that you pick up the phone, give me a call, because there is a additional charge for me to assist you. If you find that the template is a little bit challenging and you need some assistance with customizing business plan, be delighted to do so, but the template does not come with phone service, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully you liked the video. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube, and have a fantastic day. Thank you.